Hello, it's Isaac. I just wanted to do a quick little thing at the beginning of this video. In this video, you're going to learn how to do a very simple 12-volt pressurized system with a sink and shower. And I think it's literally the easiest way you could do this. This would work for a van conversion, bus conversion, tiny home. I'm going to get into just vlogging installing it, and then at the end of the video, so make sure you watch the whole video, I'm going to walk you through the whole system so that you could do this same system in your project. So let's get into the video. Hello, welcome back to another video. Final stretch here, and I'm hoping that today is the last of the major missions. So we started plumbing yesterday. I got all the materials for plumbing. Got the water fill poured in, we got the water tank installed, water pump, we got the hot water heater mounted, and then we were working on the shower fixture in the stall. But like, I'm using a lot of imported stuff, and that whole system is from Australia, I think, and I've never installed it before, so I have a little bit of a learning curve. A lot of people were wondering how I was going to do it. It seemed really easy in theory. I'm figuring it out. So I think what we're going to do today, right now, is we're going to get that shower head fixture installed, and then we're going to hook the water up to everything. So I know how to do all this stuff. I've never done that, so I'm going to figure that out off camera probably. And then we're going to do it together, and I'll show you how we did it. I just figured it out. I'm going to do my best to explain it. So here it is, going through 3/4, and I basically used a hole saw and then use this bit, where is it, to kind of bore it out so that I could get this to connect, and then I'll screw it through there, right? So I made a template, right? So I can see this is going to be the hole saw. So the way that I do it, and then this is where I need to use, I think it's called a Forstner bit. So what I need to do is mark out on the back of the shower, poke the first hole through so that I can see where everything's at, and then I need to use these to set my placement for the Forstner bit. I need to bore out the back first and then do the hole saw from the front, and then it all makes sense. And then I just attach Pex to the water mixer, and then that's it. Very untraditional. This is a company from Australia, but it just makes it so much easier. I'm not sure how well that's gonna make sense, so I'm just gonna go do the work. You guys can see me do it, and then when the whole thing's working, maybe it'll make sense to you. Alright, you can see it. So you see how I have about a 1/2 inch? That's what that stuff is made for it to screw onto. So I bored out the sides, and then on the front I have just this hole here, so this plate will slip in there, and then it screws into the fixture here, and then you put screws here, and that's it. So simple, super simple. I've just never done it before, but now I have that template. I'm gonna vacuum this all up, clean this all up, and I might actually recruit Tiffany to hold the back of that plate. And I'll put some sealant. I'm gonna put some Proflex in here, seal all this up, put some behind here. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing so that I can just do the work, and it's gonna work great. So, all right, I'm gonna vacuum this, clean this up. just mocked it up. So I just kind of installed it in there so you can kind of see how it's fitting in the back there. And then this is the front. So this just pushes in like this. And then you can see, boom, hot, and nothing's mounted, but you can kind of see how it's working. And then this will just pull out. So just a press fit. But that way you can kind of see how that's working. So I just wanted to kind of set it all together, make sure everything's working. I'm gonna put some connections here and attach Pex to this, attach Pex to that. So I'm gonna throw some sealant in that raw wood. It's exposed. Mount all that, set all that, and then I'll probably start working on the water connections in the back and kind of let that start setting up. That's what's up. Y'all, there is a gigantic snake out here. Look at this.
Halo just not caring. Watch out, Halo.
Oh, you're wild, dude.
Yeah, he's fine.
You're wild. Oh, nah, dude. Nah, dude.
He's coming for you, dude.
Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Dude.
Want me to pick him up?
Not really. Are you bringing snake friends? Remember, don't get too close.
What? You want me to move it with a stick? Are you hissing?
Cause he, oh, you scaring him?
It's going so fast.
It's going fast now.
Oh, Halo, no. Halo, no. Halo, no.
Oh, snap.
Halo, no.
I'm gonna be honest right now. I stopped filming and have just been working on it. It's just really intricate. It's really tight quarters. It's really hard to kind of move the camera around in there. And I just need to focus because it's like if I make a mistake, it's gonna cost me more time. This is day 2 of the plumbing. And then I also had, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get the work done and get the whole thing kind of put together, tested, make sure it all works. And then I think at the end of this video, I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing. I think is the plan. And then in this video, I'll put a list to everything I used, because this 12-volt electric plumbing system you could use for anything. You could use it for a van, you could use it for a bus, you could use it for a tiny home. Like, it would be the same thing in anything, right? So I think this could be really cool, beneficial, informational, and super simple. Like, it isn't simple, but this is like the easiest way you can do this type of water system, in my opinion. You can make it a lot harder if you want. and most people trying to do like residential stuff. Anyways, so I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing at the end, and I'm gonna put a list in the description of everything I use so that anybody could watch this video and do this water system, and it's simple as it can be, and I've done it every way. All right, I'm tired. I am just gonna clean up for the day and restart tomorrow. I was hoping to have all the plumbing done in 2 days, but it didn't work out. So we're gonna be on 3 days tomorrow, but we should wrap it up. I'm not even gonna do gray right now. I'm just trying to get the bus done and usable so I can hop on Jayleena's van, help her finish that, and I'll circle back to a gray tank later in life. It's not a big deal. And I'll do that in something else. But I just want to get the bus done. Fresh water. We're so close. We're gonna finish plumbing tomorrow, and we're gonna finish plumbing in this video. So I'm tired and rambling. I'll see you tomorrow.
That's weird.
Y'all, good morning.
What's this?
Look at this.
What is this?
It's a tortilla.
Tortilla.
Tortilla. Breakfast looks good. I just had to share. Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome, bro.
Wow. Welcome back to another video. I'm just kind of assessing the situation. I'm not sure I said anything about this, so I'll go in here and show you. So I don't have the fitting that I bought for this hot water doesn't fit. So I have to go get a fitting from Jerry's for that. And I was just gonna go do all that, but I think what I want to do is do as much of the work that I can. So basically I was working my way from the tank to the water heater to the fixtures was kind of the plan. But I don't want to go to Jerry's to go get that fitting and find out I need another fitting once I get over there. So I think what I'm gonna do is go work my way from the fixtures back, if that makes sense. And that way, if I do need anything else, I'll make one trip to the store, get what I need. And we should be putting water in this thing today and testing it out. So that's exciting. And then I'll go through the whole system, the best I can to kind of show you guys what I did so that you guys could use this water system if you wanted to. So let's get to work. Oh no, these are the wrong size. Alright, y'all, I'm at the point now where I need to go to Jerry's and go get some connections because I just don't have the right stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is actually bring the bus so that I can just go to the parking lot, check and make sure the stuff is working, and then if it's not, go back in, swap it out, so I'm not going back and forth. So I'm going to go start the bus. I'm going to head over to Jerry's. Tiffany is here helping with Ember right now so that I can work straight while Jaylena is gone, so I can just try and get this bus wrapped up and we can start using it. It's looking cool though, right? Let's go to Jerry's. We're just checking stuff. So that'll go in right there. That shit, oh man, it's gonna be a little tight. Maybe if I lift this up. Yeah, lift it up about there. And then I got these nice on that. Cool, that'll work. Alright, let's check this. pretty good. Yeah, that'll work. We're back. I should have filmed driving, but I didn't. And I'm actually starving. I think I might go inside and eat something real quick, and then we'll finish this plumbing. Y'all, I just got it all wired up. All the plumbing's done. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, put some water in the system, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. It's that time. I'm gonna put some water in the tank. We're gonna see if we have any leaks at the water tank. We'll pressurize the system, check it, see what's going on. Here we go. Let's go inside and see if we have any leaks. We got a leak right there. I'm gonna tighten that up. I moved the clamp and now it's not leaking anymore. Ready? And now it stopped.
Ember, what did we do today?
I did a good day.
You did a good day?
Oh no.
What happened?
The hose just broke.
What?
Why? What was your favorite part of today? Ember, what was your favorite part of today?
Good.
What did you like about today? What did you do that was fun?
That was fun.
What did you do?
A good day.
What made it a good day?
Just happened to have had another one.
What are the odds?
In the water pump. Let's put a fuse in the water heater. Let's turn. Alright. Is that rolling? Okay, we're about to check the water. Let's turn the pump on. I'm gonna have you turn that switch off if I tell you to. Okay?
Which one?
That.
The middle blue one?
Yep, I'm just checking our connections.
Here. Here you go.
Actually, can I see that?
See this?
No leak. No leak. No leak. No leaks. No leaks. No leaks. No leaks. Nothing leaking over here. So we're letting the system pressurize, and then we're gonna check the fixtures. System is pressurized. Let's see. Oh, I hope I got the drains. I don't remember if I did the drains. Well, that's alright.
What's going on?
Alright, anything leaking?
No.
Yeah, that's the water pump. That's cold. That's through the water heater.
We just need to heat up some water first.
Probably.
I want to thank you.
Okay. So
Checking shower? Shower power?
yeah, I'm gonna turn. So far, this might be the first time I've ever done a water system that didn't leak on the first shot. So far. I don't see a leak yet. But so far, we're clean, huh? Hello. Welcome back to another day. And last night, you seen that we finished the water system. And everything worked, and we're super, super stoked about that. But that was just a lot of me just working, putting it all together. And I think with this video, instead of being more of like a vlog, this is like this type of water system is hard, but this is the easiest way I have found to do it. And this would work in a school bus, it would work in a van, and it would work in a tiny home. So I think what I want to do is I want to try and go through the whole system the best that I can, so that you guys could watch this video and do this system yourself. And I'll also have links in the description for all the stuff I used. Some of it was sponsored and some of it I don't make $1 on, but I just want to make this video. So it's like if you're trying to do this type of water system, you could figure it out with this video, is the plan. So we're gonna start from the exterior, work our way all the way through our water system, and I'll kind of talk you through why I chose to do some of the things I did and why I chose to not do some other things. So let's go outside and wrap this video up. Okay, we're gonna start with the exterior. This is the water entry port. Some of this stuff might seem really basic, but I'm trying to make this for somebody who has no idea what's going on, so I apologize. Water entry, this port came with the water tank kit that I got, and sometimes I'll put sealant on this, but I just had this foam ring laying around that just waterproofs it, and then I don't have a messy caulk line going on. And you see me cut the hole, and I put the hose in here, and the water goes in, and the vent tube is here, and I'll talk more about that when we get inside. All right, we're under the bed now. I'm gonna show you what's going on. All right, so you can see right there, that's our water fill port, right? And the tube is coming into this tank. This is a RecPro water tank kit. This is only a 40-gallon. You could get whatever size you want for whatever size will fit in your rig. I left a little bit of space here just because I needed to make those connections, right? So water comes in. You can see I cut the hole through the wall. The water's coming in to the tank here, and that's a water vent. That's the vent tube that you've seen on the outside. That makes it so the tank doesn't pressurize and blow up. So as water is coming in here, there's air and it needs a place to escape. That's what the vent tube is for over there, right? And then back here, let's see this. So one of the things I'm going to say too is, you see these connections, always use plastic connections on plastic, right? Because metal can cut, ruin the threads, and then create leaks. So I always try to use plastic connections on plastic anything. Just remember that. So over here we have, this is our release. So if I need to drain the tank, I just pull this lever, and this PEX goes through the floor, empties the tank. Like winterizing, or if I'm not using it, I can release all the water right there without using the pump and running the pump dry. This is just a release valve for the water tank. Now, as we come over here, this is where our water starts. So I have a plastic connection, and then I'm just using 1/2-inch PEX, and I'm coming out. I always like using compression fittings because it can't loosen. This is a vehicle that's vibrating going down the road. I have found these are the absolute best way to do PEX, compression fittings as much as I can. And then I just have 1/2-inch PEX coming up to this Seaflow water pump. Now, I always buy this kit because it has the accumulator tank on it to where it makes it not crazy and water just blah 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 or super noisy. A lot of people just install a water pump and that's what makes it do that. This helps regulate the pressure and make it more even. And then it's just really nice. It's got some suspension on here. I bought this full price. Nobody paid me to do this, but I always buy this water system because it's just so easy to install. You just put 2 wires on it. Comes with its own water filter, and you can see that I have compression fittings, and then here I have these swivel. I use these whenever I can, and again I have plastic, so plastic threads, plastic fittings. I always use these when I can. They're a little more expensive, but they make life so easy. So we're passing through the water pump, and then our PEX is going over here, and you're gonna see it split. Our cold water line is going to split, so I bring it over here. I have a T, and then I have cold water going to our fixtures, and then cold water coming in to our OSJ water heater. This is a new unit that I'm starting to use. This is 12 volt, so I don't need propane. It also has a tank, so I don't need water to heat up on a tankless. Super easy to install. Really love these guys. These guys are sponsored. I'll put a link in the description, but this makes it so easy. 12 volt, right? So it's not taking a bunch of power in 110. It's not using propane. Very simple. And I'll talk more about up there. So as you can see, I have the water coming in. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's going into a check valve that keeps the water from backing back into the system. This comes with the water heater. And then this is a pressure release valve. If you ever need to empty the water tank, you just pull this lever and the water will come out. And then you can see that I used, I don't typically like these types of fittings because they can loosen up, but it's really tight in here to try and get a tool to make a crimp. So I use this fitting for the hot water to come out, and you can see that the water's coming out and then going over to our fixtures. So let's go over there and I'll talk about that. We only have 2 water fixtures. We have the sink and we have the shower. And a lot of people, as you can tell, I frame with 3/4 inch ply. I don't do house construction 2x3s and cement board and all that. So I'll just talk you through it. This is a RecPro shower system, right? And it's basically just an insert in a shower pan that all glues together. The benefits are very simple, very light. I don't got to do any waterproofing. I literally just 3/4 framed a wall, and then I glued in this insert and then made a caulk line at the bottom and drilled a hole through the floor. That's it. Some shower systems could take a week to 2 weeks. This took like nothing, right? That's the shower system. And I still have a RecPro door that I'm gonna put in, but we're gonna focus on plumbing on this. And people are wondering how I'm gonna plumb it, and I'm gonna show you. So you can see the water is coming here. Here you see our PEX, right? So I teed into it, and you can see my fixture from OSJ water heaters. This is the shower water mixer. So cold, hot, and I just used a hole saw, and then I bored out each side with a Forstner bit or whatever the heck it's called, and then you can see how it's mounted. Check this out. Oops. So you just mount the water mixer like this, and then it's got these little caps for the water mixer, and then literally the shower head just presses in. I can't do this one-handed. I need 2 hands, but it just presses in. So nice. I'm gonna put that in and I'll keep filming. Back to over here. So T-valve with this braided deal. It's just a 1/2 inch connection. I can turn the shower on and off. I have the hot and cold water mixer, super simple. At the end of the PEX lines, I got these fittings here. I just got these from my local hardware. I don't like these fittings, but I had to do it because the sink had its own weird stuff going on and off valves there. That's the whole water system, right? And then I have a remote. This is for the water heater. I just turn it on and off, right? Super simple. This is a Tech Van Life sink. Super cool. This will press. Also has a super long. This is made to be kind of in van, so it could work as a shower or sink, and then it all presses down like so and gives you like a flush mount deal, right? And then you can see it has its own drain system. Super easy. I ran that a long time ago. Let me go back over here. So let me talk about why this OSJ system is so rad. Most of the time, a water mixer, you have to build a 2x4, 2x3. You gotta have the plumbing inside the wall. It's taking so much space. It's crazy, right? The fact that I can just mount this water mixer through a piece of 3/4 inch plywood is crazy. And it's literally, I just press in the shower head. Now, here's the benefits of having a tank versus a tankless. Tankless is great, but it takes, it has to run water through it before it can heat it up, right? And then you kind of just need to take your shower, because if you tried to turn it off and turn it back on, it's going to need time to heat back up, right? So the benefit of this system is it has water that's heated up in a tank in the hot water heater, right? And then I can use the mixer to get the temperature to where I want it. And this shower head has its own on-off stop, right? So I can just turn the water on, wet myself down, turn it off, soap myself up, rinse myself off. Do you see how more conservative that's going to be with water versus a tankless? I got water's got to blast through the tank to heat up, and I have to just take a shower. Because if I try to do that same thing and I turn the water off to soap up and I try and turn the water back on, I'm going to be taking a cold shower while it heats back up. Done it. Sucks. Never installed this system before. They're from Australia. They are a sponsor of this bus build, and it seems fantastic. I can't wait to use it and try it. But this water system is about as simple as it can get for a 12-volt pressurized system. I think it's great. I love the water heater. I love how simple the shower situation is. And as time goes on, I'll let you know what I think about it over time, but I'll have links to all this stuff below. And this is about the easiest that plumbing could get in a conversion or tiny home or whatever. And I hope, I wanted to make this video to kind of help people out there kind of figure that out. So that's going to be the end of this one. So if you're a long-time subscriber, you know I have so much love and respect. If you just happen to have clicked on this video, I hope you learned how to do plumbing my way. I don't necessarily do things traditionally at all, but like, I'm over here trying to save time for everybody, including myself. So I'll catch you guys in another one. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, do you think my water system is dumb? Do you think it's great? What, did you do anything different? Did I miss anything? And I'm trying to make this one more of an educational type of video. So thanks for being here. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Peace.